and at
All
New York
right.
Comic-Con.
This is very
Miyamoto-san,
hype.
shall we go ahead and introduce some of our cast?
They're going
Okay,
over
Chris-san.
a
Now,
little bit
I'll
of
introduce
talking
two of
with
the stars from this movie.
creative people behind the movie.
Both of them love Nintendo games and made this into a really fun
Now
movie.
we're going into the English
Are you
voice
ready?
cast.
Growing up, man, I
Chris
spent
Pratt.
hours of my life stomping Koopas in the original Mario Brothers arcade game at my local laundromat. And then, of course, it came out on Nintendo, and I played that, maybe years of my life. It's an honor, truly, to be able to speak to the man who created those memories for me.
Okay,
And
Chris
it's
seems
an honor
pretty
to work with him,
hyped
so.
about being involved in the
And
project.
a lifelong dream of mine to become Mario. That dream, like all dreams, faces one critical challenge. As in the film, I must face off against an utterly ruthless scene stealer. Every great hero needs a diabolical enemy, and I promise you, I could not have been paired with the more perfect king of the Koopas, Bowser, and my friend, the great and hilarious, supremely talented Mr. Jack Black.
Thank
We
you,
have
Chris,
Jack
but I
Black,
can't let
who's
you have
playing
all
Bowser.
the fun. Now it's time for us to make this moment all about me. While you've
It'll
been
be
dreaming about
interesting to
playing
see
Mario, I've been preparing.
If we can see in the
Look at all
trailer
this Koopa
what
muscle I
their
packed on. And this
performances will
flowing
be
mane
like.
doesn't just appear overnight. Do you have any idea how long it took me to learn how to breathe fire? I had to go learn it from Gene Simmons of Kiss. And all this hard work's been worth it, though. I am so proud to have been able to collaborate with you.
I know a
and
lot of people have
Miyamoto-san,
been very
as well as the entire Nintendo and Illumination
uncertain
team
about
on
the
this cinematic
casting
experience,
choices.
one that will make its mark on Mario
So,
fandom forever.
Seeing their
Much love.
performances is going to be a big moment for the movie, since the graphical
Thank
style
you,
is looking
Chris-san,
pretty good,
Jack-san.
at least from the
All right,
trailer
then.
poster.
Thank you all for waiting. Let's press the start button.
Okay, here comes. Let's see what we have. Okay. It's not the Mushroom Kingdom in the distance. Oh boy. A whole island. Got our spiked balls. Ooh, this kingdom is getting demolished.
Behold,
Kamek!
the king of the Koopas!
Okay, that's a decent Kamek. Here comes the man, Bowser. Let's hear him. Sounds growly.
Open the gates!
Okay, that's not too bad, actually. Penguins.
That is but a
That's very
taste of our
Illumination
fury.
humor.
Do you yield?
He's just gonna breathe
I do
fire.
not.
That didn't sound too Bowser-ish.
I finally found it. Now who's gonna stop me?
No Italian accent, okay. It's just Mario.
What is this place?
Do not touch that mushroom, you'll die! Oh, I'm sorry. That one's perfectly fine. Come on, Mario!
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come!
Super Mario Bros. Movie. There's Luigi.
I want to thank all of you for being part of this moment with us, and we're excited to share even more footage in the coming months.
I'm looking forward to it too. what do you think will happen during Mario's adventure in the Mushroom Kingdom? Production of the movie is going well. Currently, like with any Nintendo game, we're working on the finishing touches. I hope you're looking forward to the next trailer.
so probably no
It'll be a great
reshoots.
experience watching the Super Mario Bros. Movie in movie theaters. You'll get to see the Mushroom Kingdom on the big screen. Look closely and you'll spot things in all sorts of places. This film can be enjoyed by people
Visually,
of all
the movie
ages,
is looking
so I hope you'll
very
get to a
good,
movie
very
theater and cheer
loyal
for Mario.
to
That's all for
the
today.
Mario universe
We'll
and
see you
canon.
next spring in movie theaters. Thank you.
That taste of Bowser's voice is kind of a mixed bag between Jack Black and his imitation of Bowser's voice. I think it's pretty good. It definitely sounds growly and intimidating enough. And when yelling, it goes a little bit off course, but not enough to be distracting. Chris Pratt's Mario performance was pretty decent. It's not bad, so we thankfully have avoided a disaster there. We didn't get to hear Luigi very much. We just kind of heard him screaming, so Luigi's voice might be, the jury's still out on it, but it probably won't be too bad. I'm thinking with Miyamoto and Nintendo working there, they did a lot of work to make sure that things don't veer too much into the Illumination style, and they hold very steady to what we would expect from a Super Mario Nintendo movie, so that's good. As I said before, the visuals are amazing. That's all looking good. The story is probably going to be pretty average. It seems to be like what people are expecting, a sort of origin story. Mario and Luigi first being transported to the Mushroom Kingdom, and I guess learning about Bowser and what he's been up to in the kingdom, and then eventually going to stop him. Looks like they'll be separated. The Mario Brothers will be separated at first, which I guess is it's an okay decision, especially if they give enough screen time to both of them, that they both get a chance to shine before uniting. Hopefully they aren't split up for too long, because it is going to be a movie, so only what, a 90-minute runtime, maybe a little bit longer than that, so I don't want more than half of that time to be with Mario and Luigi being separated, because the interactions between Mario and Luigi are one of the big things in the Mario Brothers series, so we should definitely see a lot of that. The movie should definitely lean towards a lot of Mario and Luigi interaction. The voice for Toad is kind of middle road. I know that probably the same thoughts that Illumination had, and maybe Nintendo had, about Mario and Toad's in-game voice might be that they are too high-pitched and too annoying to hold out for a full movie experience. Even though I don't believe that's the case, I would be perfectly happy with Charles Martinet voicing Mario in the movie, but I know that's not really feasible, especially if they want to reach a wider audience, as wide an audience as possible. So I'm not turned off by the voices for Mario and Toad. Toad seems he's annoying in a different way than you'd expect from his portrayal in the games. In the games, the annoying factor mostly comes from his voice and his sort of always being an in danger kind of character. So this version of Toad doesn't seem to be that. He seems to be a more adventurous Toad, and he's seeming like he's going to serve as sort of a guide, getting Mario acclimated to the Mushroom Kingdom, and Toad will probably be filling more of the sidekick role, which is a good choice. Speaking of sidekicks, that Kamek, really like the voice. Kind of fits Kamek very well. Kind of a older man voice, so that suits Kamek very well. And I think that it was a good choice to go with just showing off the main characters Mario and Bowser and a tiny bit of Luigi. We don't see Peach or Donkey Kong, so that's probably something they'll be saving for later trailers, which is good. There'll be a little bit of something hidden in store. The Mario's face looks pretty good. It's kind of a middle ground between Mario's game depiction and an Illumination style character. I know a lot of people will probably compare it to Fix-It Felix from Wreck-It Ralph, but then Fix-It Felix as a character was based on Mario anyway, so he's supposed to look a lot like Mario, so there's naturally going to be some resemblance there anyway. I think it's a good depiction. Mario and Luigi both look good. Everything looks good for the movie. I'm hoping there's some twists and turns in the story, because it looks like the story is probably going to be about Bowser attacking various kingdoms and taking the power stars, it seems. And it'll be up to Mario and Luigi to stop Bowser and return those power stars. Thinking about that, I'm wondering how many kingdoms they will introduce. In a typical Mario game, there are 8 worlds to explore. 8 or 9 worlds to explore, so would that be 8 or 9 castles and 8 or 9 stars together? That would be good. It would actually be really good to have Bowser attacking the kingdoms and taking the stars. It's a very Mario game-esque plot, which is good. Question, since they haven't shown Peach yet, we don't have any idea if Bowser will kidnap Peach. That is another staple in the franchise, in the game franchise, so it would be fitting to have Princess Peach be kidnapped at a point during the movie, but they might not do it, or they might try to jazz it up and change it around a little somehow. Hope they don't go overboard with it. Peach is not typically a character that you would put in, you know, some sort of action hero, action heroine-esque position. She is a diplomat through and through, so it'll be interesting to see if Illumination can tackle that character properly. And Donkey Kong is probably going to be, from everything we've seen so far, I think Donkey Kong will be handled very well. So overall, I am impressed. The trailer has left me more hopeful for the movie than I was before the trailer released. I think they said they were working on ironing out the last few details, so that means the movie is pretty much done. It sounds like they're working on the soundtrack, introducing some more game scores composed by Koji Kondo. So that's good. Always good to have actual music from the game in the video game movie. Very nice touch and very important for a game like Mario. I think we may be on the verge of another video game movie adaptation that is really good. And that is very important for Super Mario Bros. Because of their very questionable first outing where things differed so much from the source material. So seeing this, I'm hopeful we'll have another good video game adaptation movie, and we may be entering an era of good, solid video game adaptation movies, which is very good. Gives me hope for seeing movies, maybe movies of other Nintendo properties. Maybe some of the lesser known properties or lesser popular properties can see themselves having revival through cinema and movies that can help bring that population to the game series. So that's it for my reaction and thoughts on the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Thank you for watching this video. please like and comment and subscribe, especially comment, because I like to hear your thoughts in the comments about the movie and what your thoughts are about how it's going to turn out in the end. And I will see you all next time. Until then, farewell.